got a comment that from somebody, viewer, that thinks that I train triathlon because I think it might extend my life or weight loss, and that I need to eat some meat and butter. I don't know if it makes people feel good to say cruel things, but they couldn't be more wrong about A, my why, and B, my nutrition. It is Monday, January 15th. We are smack dab in the middle of a deep freeze here, polar vortex or an inversion or whatever you want to call it. I have a pretty big volume training week ahead. I'm in week 3 of that base period. Today I'm going to do a recovery program on the bike, but it's got a few high wattage intervals, I'll be them short. I'll do my strength training and I will do a walk if the weather changes. As of this morning, we were supposed to have this inversion lift, and this is supposed to be the last day. We'll see. I'm not going to risk the health of my airway or frostbite or anything like that. It's pretty dang cold. It's so cold that I don't know, it's like a minute and a half of exposure. If you're not covered up, you can get pretty hurt. So we fortunately don't have that much in Colorado. I went to college in the Great Lakes area. I know how much worse it can be there than here, and so I'm not complaining, but it is a factor. Okay, ride time. I've got to update my FTP in Zwift. I went from 220 to 222, and so in order for the program that's already been programmed ahead of time with Training Peaks to reflect that FTP, I've got to update it this morning before I actually bring up the programming. Zwift is crowded today, but there's a peak at the program. Some recovery, but there's 10 seconds of getting out of the saddle and sprinting at 210 watts, which is about 90% of my FTP currently. And then 3 minutes in the lower half of zone 2. After that, just a 45-second reprieve at very easy freewheel spin. 6 rounds of that, 7 rounds, sorry. It's a 44-minute program, and then I will add 15 minutes at the end of low intensity, very easy freewheeling to get that aerobic base down.
Chase it, 'cause a dream won't chase you back. If you're gonna love somebody, hold them as long and as strong and as close as you can, till you can. There's a box of greasy parts sitting in the trunk of that 65, still waiting on you and your granddad to bring it back to life. You can always get around to fixing up that Pontiac.
Okay, I'm smiling because my heart rate dropped like a stone today.
Take it while you got a chance. If you got a dream, chase it, 'cause a dream won't chase you back. If you're gonna love somebody, hold them as long and as strong and as close as you can, till you can. So take that phone call from your mama.
Well, that's fun. Just zone 2, and I took polka dot today. Woo! Oh, one of my favorite places to run because nobody's out here. Yeah, power plant over there, but nice pretty hill.
Cause man, you never know. If you got a chance, take it. Take it while you got a chance. If you got a dream, chase it. 'Cause a dream won't chase you back. If you're gonna love somebody, hold them as long and as strong and as close as you can, till you can. Yeah, if you got a chance, take it. Take it
All right, it's the last week in January of 2024. I'm looking at 15 hours scheduled. Here's where my ATP stands at the moment. Had a really good training block following to Clash Daytona right before Christmas. One super light week there that I had to be pretty careful. Usually don't have much bounce in my legs after a race, but then a really good training block. And we'll finish this training block. We have one big week this week with 15 hours and then a recovery week. And then I'll start the new training block. The last 3 weeks have been so cold. 5-day stretch, like really dangerously low temperatures. Couldn't get out and do my sunrise walks, and almost immediately my sleep patterns changed detrimentally. This just continues to prove to be something very beneficial for me to get out here and walk in the sunrise without sunglasses on. One of the things that happened to me when I suffered that concussion was long periods of insomnia, and I think that really had a very negative impact on my ability to recover my health. And certainly when you're having long periods of time, 2-3 weeks of no sleep, it can be really difficult. And I'm 52, so the reality that menopause could have some interplay in my sleep patterns it for sure exists, but there aren't any other signs from a hormonal standpoint. So, I stumbled on a podcast with Andrew Huberman that talked about sleep. And I tried it, and it fixed my sleep pattern within about 4 days. It's not a joke. And to reinforce that it works, there have been several times where I haven't been able to do this because of travel, or like this month where it's literally too cold that it's too dangerous to do this, that I haven't been able to do that. And the last 2 weeks, my sleep has been pretty crazy. So here I am back to walking the sunrise this morning. It's supposed to be high 40s again today. Cloudy, not really my favorite kind of day because we love the sunshine in Colorado. But starting off that this Monday, with 15 hours of training, if my body will hold up. I have to look at the other pieces of data. Got good sleep last night, good REM sleep, good deep sleep, enough length of sleep. My HRV was in a great place this morning. So from that standpoint, it looks like my body's ready. I will tell you, I woke up with some hamstring soreness and low back pain. So mobility is going to have to be part of my day today before I get moving. And fortunately, everything that's in my calendar for today is mostly zone 1, zone 2, and active recovery. I had my long run today, and I woke up with both Achilles left and right pretty sore from, I don't know, the stretch of training I've been through. And I'm really happy about that because, frankly, it's bilateral posterior pain, which tells me I'm probably using the right stuff to run. Knock on wood, it seems like the hip pain that I was having to manage, the hip and the glute and the sciatic and whatever, like all that stuff that happened this fall seems to be gone. And so that's awesome. Today is a really busy day. I have a lot of client interface. I've got to get in an hour run and a 30-minute swim and a cafe ride and some strength training. Plus, I see one of my specialists today, and I have to go back to the rec center to coach this evening. So I've got loads of stuff to do.
Just the right. Okay, and I want you to move kind of more down and back there. See all that muscle there. Okay, one more on just the right side. Okay, now just the left. Okay, relax.
I feel that in the collarbone.
I know, honey. Okay, now I'm gonna pull here. Move it down, down. I know. Okay, now together.
Okay. I feel that.
I know.
Crazy hair. That's because I just got out of the pool. Hey, really happy with my swim today. Showing really good fitness up around the 3,000 yard mark, holding the 131 average. That's really good spring numbers for me. Different that I'm doing this year, question mark. I'm rowing somewhere between 15,000 and 20,000 meters on the row machine, in addition to swimming about 6,000 to 7,500 yards a week, and keeping the sessions short and quality, and I'm seeing some good results. Do you have the time in your life to carve that out? No idea. But if you can do it, I think it's the frequency and the quality that matters, not so much the distance. I forgot to start my watch. I'm gonna do this video. Alright, so I have a 2-hour ride today, and I am going to test my electrolytes. It's been about 3 months of indoor training with the ambient temperature about 74. Humidity is pretty low in Colorado. I'll have to look specifically at what our humidity is today, but if I were going to guess, it's probably about 18%. So we're going to do 2 hours. I've got 2 24-ounce bottles of Element with a little scoop of Himalayan salt in there. I split that Element in half. So there's 500 milligrams in 2 water bottles plus the little scoop of Himalayan salt, and that's about 300. So we're up around 750, 800. And then I've got 2 Morton gels on the bike. Ride is primarily zone 2 today with a couple of anaerobic jumps out of the saddle. Okay, I'm tying up my spikes, my track spikes. 600s at tempo with a 300 recovery interval at a jog. I am fighting off wanting to take a nap. But I had plenty of sleep last night. I'm just tired from the training. I got through 17 hours this week. Last week it was 14. The week before that it was 13. I am ready for that recovery week that starts tomorrow. That number there, negative 25. That's pretty low for me. And I do have a rest day scheduled for tomorrow. Good thing, because I'd probably run myself into an injury. My TSS was up at 631 points with a goal of 630. So I hit it right on the numbers. An hour and 40 minutes of swimming, 8 hours and 20 minutes on the bike last week, and almost 2 hours of running, almost 2 hours of strength training, about an hour and a half of rowing, and an hour and 45 minutes of walking, which I do walk with my strength training clients. There you can see the totals. Here's a little look at that recovery week that's scheduled next week. Now we look forward to February and March, which are base 3. And it's basically still 80-20 programming, but more volume. It's Wednesday, January 31st. I am pretty wrecked. Well, the dog wants to nap too. I just have struggled with a couple of days of not great recovery. Sleep's been a little tough. Last night I was so sore that I just really had trouble staying comfortable and asleep. I think that the nutrition piece that happened to me Sunday into Monday had a pretty negative impact on me. Plus, this 3-week buildup of pretty heavy duty training. It was like a perfect storm to kind of set me backwards. So there hasn't been a great deal of quality in the training. Tuesday I did a 60-minute run, and it went fine. It's just it was not stellar. And then I had a recovery ride that felt like it was a good 40 watts heavier in resistance than it actually was. So today, all I've done was the swim that was in my calendar, and at that I took something off the top, not a stellar swim, and took the dogs for a walk, and I'm just chilling because I don't think it's a great idea to train hard until I start seeing different numbers and I start sleeping again. Bit of humble pie. I've been sick. With the addition of the beginner tri group 3 times a week at Parker Rec Center in high traffic times, I suppose it was a matter of time that I would get something, and it was a perfect storm. Finishing that big training block in my TSB, getting buried to -25. That's the thing. See, you've got to. It's a proof